And welcome to episode 11.
11.
11.
Ego.
2 Nerds and an actor. I got my nerd Olympians here.
Oh.
Yeah. Mike Santana.
Yeah.
And France Jerome.
Shout out to John Carlos.
Okay, you got a lot of flips. Ninja Turtles out of them.
I was Olympian. I went to the Olympian part.
Yeah. Well, we got a lot to talk about this episode. Mainly trailers. So we're going to get started with nerd news first. And then we'll get into the slew of trailers that came out since the last episode we recorded. First up, something I am super, super excited about. I feel like I've been waiting forever. That Atlanta Season 2 just wrapped, apparently.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. And you know what's funny about it is that people, they don't understand. Like, people who I keep trying to tell to watch Atlanta still haven't watched it. And it's like, I don't understand why you're waiting. I mean, what are you waiting?
I don't get it either. Like that show got more. It got all the critical acclaim I hoped it would get, but didn't really think it would.
Right.
And of course, like anybody that watched it, I'm not gonna say it had the same like Get Out effect. It did not have that. But it was just one of them shows that if you watched it, you got it, and you're like, yup, like it's a nod.
It's true.
It's one of those shows that's just a subtle nod. Like, yup, this is part of our culture, our life that we get.
Yeah, and I think the way that he did storytelling is what really, like, sealed the deal. Like, no one is really doing that type of storytelling. How you can go in an episode, you have, like, Juneteenth, where it's, like, clearly connected to the rest of the story. He's with, like, his, I don't know, ex-girlfriend, whatever they are, you know, going to this house, whatever. But then you also have episodes like, what was it? Montague?
I was about to say, Montague is my shit. Montague is what would happen if Troy from Community wrote an episode of Key and Peele.
Yep.
You get Montague.
Yes! It was
As a Chappelle Show skit.
Boom.
It's so true. Because then there was, like, real commercials.
Yes.
Oh,
And, like,
God.
every time I thought it was a real commercial, I was like, is this legit? Like, the guy in the car?
Mhm.
Like, was it like a Challenger or whatever?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
I was dying.
Yes, I love that shit.
I mean, this is Donald Glover's kind of his rare, unique lifestyle and perspective. Just kind of blam.
Mm-hmm.
Watch Atlanta. We ain't watching.
Yeah.
Late.
Please.
Because it's but season 2 doesn't come out until February or something like that.
I heard it doesn't come out until January 2019.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Then they should do like Marvel. Watch half an episode a week
Exactly.
Watch the trailer.
until Infinity War comes out, and then wait one more year.
Just go to Bleecker Street, snatch the time stone from off Doctor Strange's neck,
Yeah.
and then skip
keep
over
going
to
back.
January of next year.
You can binge now and just skip, cut 2.
But yeah, your boy Donald Glover he has a lot of things in the pipeline,
I know.
including finishing up the Han Solo spin-off thingy, the prequel thing.
That's finishing up?
Yeah.
Is that supposed to come out next Christmas? Is that like the next
No,
one?
I don't think it's Christmas. I think it might be in the summer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think
they're
that's
gonna
the
stick
window.
with the
It comes out right after Infinity War.
copy.
It comes out like a month or 2 weeks after Infinity War. Some crap like that. It's right there.
Speeding
right
up
there.
these timelines like ridiculous.
Yeah.
Disney dollars.
But then I gotta wait 2 years for Atlanta season 2.
Right.
I don't understand.
He also has that, the animated Deadpool film movie
Oh,
series.
yeah.
Sorry, that he's co-writing. I think with his brother.
Yep.
So
Oh,
he
yeah.
has a lot of things in the pipeline. I'll be honest though, considering all the things they've been picking him up for, I didn't even think we would get Atlanta by 2019. Like, I'm serious. I didn't know if you'd have time to do it.
Who has time when you're doing every single thing?
Shout out to the whole Atlanta cast for rocking those official
Oh yeah, what were those?
ill bomber Greek jackets
Yeah.
that said ATL. I see you.
Is
I
that
see
supposed to be like a kind of like a spoiler or something, or like
I don't know.
what might
I
be
think it's just
happening?
for the cast. They did something.
Zazie Beetz being on Deadpool as Domino might be a spoiler for all we know. Like, I don't know.
She's my inspiration. I just want to say.
Is she your life inspiration?
Life inspiration. Yeah, oh my god, if I had a career like hers, I'd be like, I made it, I did it, and I can keep my hair out. That's so dope.
That might be in the contract now. And
right?
The hair's out. Deal with it.
If she came into a show with her hair straightened, I'd be like, what's happening? Why they did that? What's going on?
Something's wrong.
Probably is in the contract. I digress a little bit, but talking about contracts for actors, I watched that video where like all the superheroes had to work out together. Mm-hmm. Or they didn't work together, but like, they all had to work out before their movies. Yeah. Yo, that shit is crazy.
They gotta look the part.
They do. And I'm pretty sure that's in their contract. Like, and now must start workout regimen. I
learned that, there's exercises you could do to look like you're in shape.
What?
But you're not.
Like an enema?
Yeah. No, like you could work out for form or function. Right. And so some of them just have the physique, but don't ask them to like move a refrigerator for you. They're not all the mountain. You know what I'm saying?
Word. Yo, but like watching Hugh Jackman crossover, do like the Tim Hardaway crossover with a kettlebell.
Yeah, under his legs.
Doing the Tim Hardaway like bing bing. I was like, okay.
But even Tom Holland, he was like flipping through the air. I was like, oh, he's really doing that. He really is.
People don't know Tim Holland was a G. Tom Holland. Tim.
Tiny Tim.
Tom Holland was a gymnast.
Tiny Tim.
Tiny Tom Holland.
How tiny is he? Well, anyway. Sorry.
I think she meant stature.
He can flip through the air.
I went BoJack.
She meant stature.
I meant stature.
No, I just finished like how tiny is he? Does he even know?
Let's find out.
He's tall enough to fit into his spider armor that Tony crafted for him. Okay.
Exactly. This is facts.
Okay. All right. Well, sorry, I digress. But look out for Atlanta. I'm really excited. A whole new world of beautiful writing.
We're from Atlanta to Queens, real quick.
Oh.
We went from Atlanta to Queens.
Just a straight shot.
Saying his nephew.
So the next thing that I guess was announced or whichever, I don't know. I'm not super excited about this one. It's like I went from like super excited to like whatever. But DC like sent out its lineup of movies, the next movies. Yeah. Wait, I gotta pull this up. There was at
the like Brazil Comic-Con, which is huge.
Oh really?
Yeah.
What? We gotta get to Brazil.
We've been there.
We go again.
Not during Comic-Con.
Wait, when is the Brazilian Comic-Con?
I mean, it was recently. It might have been this weekend, but
that would be nice. Go somewhere nice and warm for December. Okay, wait. I want to pull this up.
They revealed their lineup again.
Again?
Well, because they've kind of shown a little bit of this before.
Okay, here we go.
But there were less movies on it now, so there's a couple of things on there that there are a couple things on there. None of that's new, but there are omissions that are like, eyebrow raising.
Well, I'm gonna read out real quick because obviously I can't see. I'm gonna read the movies.
Although visuals will be coming soon.
Yes.
Soon.
So we have the Batman.
All right. This is not in order.
No, yeah, there's no order.
I mean, there is an order, but we're not reading them in order.
I don't work for DC.
No. Or do you?
Spy?
Infiltration. The Batman, Aquaman, Suicide Squad 2, Flashpoint, Justice League Dark, Wonder Woman 2, I'm assuming. Yeah. Shazam, Batgirl, Green Lantern Corps. Mm-hmm. Ooh. Oh, and that's it.
That's it. That's just the logo.
That's the logo.
Why in the hell is there a Suicide Squad?
Yeah, why is there a Suicide Squad?
It made a lot of money, and as much as y'all shit on it more than I do, it is an Oscar-winning film.
Stop it. What, because of the makeup?
It is an Oscar-winning film.
No. First of all, they won above. Who was it that had like the most amazing makeup? I forget what movie it was, but I was like, yo, that person.
Star Trek.
Well, that person had won they'd won like 12 Oscars before or something like that, and so everyone was like, what the hell? How did Suicide Squad win?
None of Tim Burton's movies should ever win for makeup because I just feel like none of them sleep All the people he cast don't sleep anyway.
And then that's just their eyes.
That's just them.
You don't have to put bags on.
I need you to play a killer who is sad.
And you're like, I'll just stay awake for a month.
That's all the roles.
And go.
Well, yeah. Either way.
Yeah, there are omissions on this. Like, there's no Cyborg movie there. The Flash movie, which has had a lot of issues with finding.
Flashpoint?
Right. They just changed it straight up to Flashpoint. So they're going from point A to
skip his origin story.
They basically are.
Why would you skip an origin story when you gave me Justice League first? This is the first time I'm seeing you. Who the hell are you?
Yeah, your problem is that you're asking questions that make logical sense when you should be reminding yourself this is DC. Warner Brothers, they don't care. They just want money.
This is what money does.
Aquaman is almost like rap. That's pretty much done.
I mean, I'm okay with that.
Wonder Woman 2 is well into pre-production.
Well, we knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah, there's no Black Adam film, which they had said they were going to do.
Yeah.
There's nothing on there besides Suicide Squad 2 is a DK Harley Quinn related project. Margot Robbie has said that she's involved in 4 different Harley Quinn jump-offs, including possibly voicing the Harley Quinn animated thingy that they want to do, which may or may not be actually directly connected to any of this stuff. So it's like, what?
I still don't understand why they don't just follow the model they do with their animated movies. Because the animated movies are
those took a turn, so.
Well, I mean, they're still better than their movies that are out in theaters.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, like, there's no Man of Steel 2 in this lineup. Nope.
Right.
I don't like Houseway.
I don't know.
If that was trying to bring everybody back to center, that's the only thing I could think of.
Well, think about this. They did Justice League. How are they supposed to go back? Man of Steel 2.
That's the funny thing. With Flashpoint, Justice League Dark, and possibly even Green Lantern Corps.
They could.
They literally have 3 movies. Yeah, they have 3 movies in which you can involve in the plot, retcon, and everything.
Everything and everyone.
Yeah, like if you want, and maybe even Shazam. I don't know. Depending on how.
Why are they doing Shazam? I mean, I like Shazam.
Well, that's why they're doing it, because you like Shazam.
Say less.
You like it.
I guess. And then I feel like, I don't know, I feel like they just threw Batgirl in there.
There's no Nightwing. There's no Nightwing film that they had talked about.
No, they're gonna put that. They're gonna kibosh that until the Teen Titans comes out, and they get analytics from that.
They're doing Teen Titans.
But that Teen Titans live action thing.
It's a TV show.
Yeah, but that Teen Titans, that's gonna be part of the digital service that they want to do. That and just Young Justice.
They doing too much. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, I think they have plenty of content to do a DC only network. I mean, or digital service. They definitely have plenty of content.
Yeah, I'm not saying they don't have content. I'm saying they just jumping in without a plan. Really.
That's the whole shit.
Like a plan to me.
No, there's not one person. There's not a. I mean, I hate to keep fucking filleting this dude, but there's not fighting him. Might as well just turn it to a fucking verb. There's no clear plan that they have. They keep changing within even their own films the things that are going on, and we've talked about that plenty of times. But yeah, they've definitely, it seems, tabled a bunch of those important films, and we didn't even mention there's no Justice League 2 on here.
Yeah, that's
like
not gonna
there's
happen.
no, so we don't know what these things are building up to, if anything, anymore. Don't know.
Well, now that they got Bendis on, DC has Bendis, and he's been invited to the movie table. For DC, so things as vast as the switch between Steppenwolf's intentions in Justice League, things like those are what people like him will seek to, keep. Nah, he's good. He's the dude that's going to try to switch that up because.
Wait, you talking about the
fact that Steppenwolf was supposed to be
trying to kill Darkseid?
Trying to kill Darkseid in the original cut of the film.
Right.
But then we get him.
It makes sense.
Because a lot of people don't know that. That's why I'm just trying to
copy.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know,
there's
a cut of the Justice League film where Steppenwolf is trying his damnedest to take down Darkseid.
Right.
Which makes sense for us even knowing or seeing Steppenwolf at all.
Right.
Show me that in the movie right now.
Why
Show
he
me.
was even there for
Dare
any
you.
reason.
Yeah.
You can't.
There's a lot of support from a lot of movie-going fans, DC comic fans, whatever. They want to see Zack Snyder's cut.
all that said, I'm hyped for Batgirl.
Really?
Batgirl's easily one of my top 3 favorite
You can also ruin it.
DC characters. It's hard. It's really, you gotta go real hard to fuck up Batgirl.
Did you see the Killing Joke?
No. That is not her fault.
The animated Jimmy?
That was Batman's bad decision making.
No, I mean...
it's a Batman story. That's it.
Okay, agreed. That's not the story. But
2, I'm super hyped for Justice League Dark because they originally had Guillermo del Toro attached to that for years, and then he became like a producer then a consultant. Mm-hmm. So even if his thumbprint is on there somewhere, it'll be... it's worth me going to see.
Creepy as fuck.
See, I'm hoping that Justice League Dark is their Guardians. That's what I'm hoping. Because you talk about...
It's got everything it should.
Yeah, because like the Suicide Squad, at the end of the day, they're quirky, but they're villains.
Yo, right. I literally want to go every time you say Suicide Squad.
They should put Danny Elfman music to it.
Well, Justice League Dark, we're going to get Constantine, we're going to get Zatanna, we're going to get Deadman. We're going to get a lot of dope stuff. Characters that are really interesting. And I'm hoping that that film is good. But
as long as they hire a new editor.
Nah, I'm going to get on my Funk Flex real quick.
Hire a new editor.
Funk Flex. If y'all don't hire Matt Ryan to be Constantine.
Oh, the same guy?
Cool
The same guy?
Is that the guy from the C-Dub?
Yes.
All right.
And he did a lot of that. He was brought back to be in almost every other Arrowverse TV show.
Right.
And then in the animated Justice League,
he did the voiceover.
Yeah, it was like, yo, he got it.
Let him do it. He hasn't taken off that trench coat in months. Just let him. But just to backtrack a little bit, just clarification. Yeah. The Teen Titans live action thing, most likely that's gonna tie into like that Arrowverse type stuff.
Yes.
I don't think so. Again, I don't get why they would put the kibosh was the word.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna use that a lot. Okay. I don't get why they would put the kibosh on a Nightwing film because a lot of people were excited for that, and that might give us answers as to what happened to one of the Robins there. And then the other thing, the other thing that's not on here.
Just shoot himself in the foot.
No, he didn't just get spray painted in the chest for fun. And the other thing that's missing from here was the supposed Gotham City Sirens film that was also talked about. So I like Batgirl too, but I think I probably would have preferred to have her be a part of Gotham City Sirens. Like, introduce me into... I like her.
Not as a siren, though.
No, not as a siren. But no, not as a siren. But I'm saying...
Or am I defending this like it exists?
Well, we don't
We're
know.
writing it now.
I think our point is we don't know.
Right.
And they don't seem to fucking know. That's our point.
But what is the timeline of this?
The first one of those films coming out is Aquaman. Aquaman is the first one. Then after that is Flashpoint.
But when is this supposed to go through?
They all have
2019,
they have the exact. Oh, well, in order to compete, they all are going to come out at the exact same time as Infinity War.
Sure. All the movies at once.
They're all already in post.
Like the stones on they're getting 6. We're getting 6 in one day.
Boom.
No, I thought you meant when are they releasing? Right. Well, how many films are there? About 7.
Yeah.
So that's carrying us well into 2020.
Yeah. Just about.
Because I feel like, you know what? That gives them enough time to come out with this Justice League 2, not in this batch. Because maybe they'll get their stride. And then there we go. Justice League 2 is going to make sense. And then you can have Green Lantern in it. Hello. Because he's part of the Justice League.
I think the Green Lantern film is the last one out of all of that. I think it's the last one coming out. Jeez. So, I mean, that...
Is he going to be black?
I don't know.
But I don't want to wait till 2020 to see Jon Stewart pop the trunk and make a sniper rifle.
Well, no, he might show up in one of the other films. We don't know. In some kind of... Who the fuck knows? But that...
Better show up in Aquaman.
I'm saying the Green Lantern Corps, with their primary, being patrolling in space, that will probably lead us right into Apocalypse, Darkseid, and, maybe Justice League 2, maybe.
That you just gave me a terrible premonition that they're going to try to make Green Lantern Corps their Guardians.
Because it's in space?
And there's such a variety of character.
No.
All right. I think we've heard enough.
We have.
We'll see what happens. I'm sure they're going to change that entire thing next week. And we'll have a new conversation about this. But I kind of want to go on. We got our Easter eggs and actor notes, TV and movie reviews. Yeah. So the last
theme music and stuff.
Ooh.
Asterisk. Theme music. Asterisk.
No, I guess we don't have the.
Were you just doing a Family Feud?
No, it was.
No.
It was Price is Right.
Yes.
Oh.
And no.
No.
Because we don't want to get.
We
trying to stop. We ain't got Drew Carey money. What the fuck? We ain't even got Craig Ferguson money. Too.
Hey.
That's my boy. I love Craig Ferguson. All right, so.
The Price is Wrong. Okay. So we all finally watched Punisher.
Yeah.
Yes. Golf clap. That was like the.
I can't golf clap.
You hit your chest.
I was trying. I hold the microphone.
Is that a golf clap? Was that a Tiger Woods? Oh, okay.
Tiger Woods. Yeah. So. Actor notes. I'll do the actor notes. Phenomenal. I think everyone did a phenomenal job. No notes.
Emmys everywhere.
Emmy, Golden Globe. No, because I think there was some new people I'd never seen before, like the one who played Madani. I've never seen her, in
anything else?
Big mainstream, but I think she has been in a few other things.
Yeah, she's a popular British actor.
Yeah, but I thought she was phenomenal, and I usually have a problem with like skinny actors doing action stuff like they force people to do in the CW. And I'm supposed to believe that they're doing this. But in this one, nah. She was true grit. Like, really true grit detective. I don't even know if Homeland Security does that shit. But she did.
I believe it.
She kind of did everything.
Yeah. She's like, little hacking, little shooting, little detective work.
Yeah, like walking a beat. Like, she was... Driving. Yeah, she was like
what she had that like fancy ass car?
I don't know. She was like all of the law enforcement. She was all of it.
Everything.
Yeah. She was just justice.
She was just eating up everybody's OT. Like, like damn it, Madani.
He Frank is dead. They're alive. He's humming with me.
This ain't your shift, Madani. This ain't even your precinct. Get the fuck out of here, Madani. Stop trying to make the world better.
I loved her so much. And
that's
then,
my cop voice. I'm sorry.
No, that's
it was
good.
a very good, like, Simpsons-esque cop voice, too.
Oh, thank you.
Word, that was Ella Quimby.
What? It wasn't Quimby.
No, yes, it was Quimby, but grounded.
He has a little bit of penguin in it.
Yeah. You went more Kennedy.
All right.
I'm just saying it was Simpsons-worthy.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. You hear that, Matt Rainey, you son of a bitch? You hear that?
Well, I think her paired against my dude Punisher. What's his actor's name again?
John Bernthal.
John.
Yeah. You just call him Shane. Just call him
John.
Shane.
John Menthal.
John Menthal.
His voice is.
But he has a thing about him that's like it's his affect. It's Shane, but it's also Punisher.
No.
It's
Yeah. If you turn Shane up 11 notches and give him like glass eyes. You got Frank.
Just give him resources.
Yeah.
Just give Shane the keys to the Winnebago where they kept all the guns.
Yeah.
And that's what you get. He would have solved the zombie apocalypse. Okay.
And then you would just need Glenn to be Micro, and you're like, woo, we got it.
Yeah. And then Shane would just continually cuck Rick, and Carl would love him for it. It's fine. Everyone would have won.
Show me artwork. That's cosplay of this happening.
Wait,
Shane dressing as the Punisher and Glenn dressing as Micro. In the Winnebago, the Battle Winnebago. The Battle Bago!
The Battle Bagel. I like that. Instead of the Battle Van. I like that. That's an Easter egg. There goes your fucking Easter egg.
It is, but I do miss the animated, the Spider-Man animated series Battle Van where he could just talk to it.
Bro. I was like, he could not. Wait, what?
He was like Battle Van configuration 7 Delta 9.
Yeah, it
would send out for Uber.
Yeah, it would be the Uber. Yeah, I hated that though because I was like, you ain't cable. What the fuck? You ain't got this.
You don't got it.
His van was like a mother box and shit in the 90s.
Time slot 2.
Spider-Man.
I was like, Elon Musk
Why
isn't
don't I
even
remember
born
that?
yet. How is your van A Tesla.
He's a genius.
That said, every moment with that van in this show was top tier.
Yeah, and they got 2 vans in the show.
Mm-hmm.
They had the one battle van, and then later got the other battle van. But I think any van Frank Castle's driving is a battle van.
Exactly.
So I need that Scooby-Doo Frank Castle crossover.
Well, that's like
where they have to solve the mystery of who killed the A-Team, but they ain't really dead. And then they Voltron up the vans and let Frank Castle hold the keys.
Like Scoob. I didn't know the van could do that.
I'm pretty sure that's a micro.
No, I think that's Shaggy.
I know, but
okay.
You look good.
A little bit like a Shaggy's dad.
I mean, it got cleaned up at the end.
You know what it is. Show me artwork, people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but Micro was like, when he drove that van right into, what was it, Madani's car?
Oh,
I was like, oh, shit.
Yo, I'm going to say this. This is all due respect to I'm thinking of you, Claire. I'm thinking of you, Colleen Wing. I'm thinking of all y'all in these Netflix series.
Right.
My favorite, like, not sidekick, but the go-to, my favorite go-to was Micro. And the thing is, built in, the best go-to that they're aiming for is Luke and Iron Fist. They have a very high bar. Like, I care a lot about Frank and Micro.
They're best friends. Oh my god, they hate each other equally, and they love each other the same. Yeah. It's so beautiful.
They've both kissed the same woman. And they were cool with it.
Yo, when they had that whole time when he was like drunk.
Yes.
I was like, because they understand.
Yes.
They know. He didn't want to kiss her. It's just, she thinks he's dead.
Yes. And we got micro penis.
Yeah.
Which none of us were ready for.
I don't even think they showed it.
They didn't. Because they couldn't.
What? It's Netflix.
Because according to Micro, it was like a 50 cal.
Yeah. Can't even get in the frame.
Frank did not correct him. He just said, please put it away.
Like, all right.
That was the most polite I think Frank was in the entire series. He was like, "Can you please put that away?"
But I feel like their whole thing was like, it's like cat and mouse. He would be like, "Let me help you," and Frank's like, "I don't need help."
Yeah, I got it.
I love you. Get away from me. Come with me.
Then he made him like the Vietnamese rice, right, or something like that. Yeah. He's like, "This is delicious." And Frank is like, top chef and shit.
Yeah, he's like, "Who's cooking tonight?" Living in an abandoned warehouse. But anyways. Making miracles.
We haven't even mentioned your boy, Billy Russo.
I was amazed when you were like, he's Prince Caspian.
Yes.
I was like, oh, shit.
Ben Barnes.
He was a child.
Yes.
Now he's a man.
France brought that up. Yes. Billy Russo, my physical doppelganger.
Dark Slim.
And I'm talking after the fucking mirror. No, I'm kidding. But I knew he was Jigsaw from jump because of the name. And you want to talk Easter eggs? How many times did he get complimented on his looks?
Yeah, they called him Pretty Boy a lot.
Every time he got complimented on his looks, I was like...
In the flashbacks, they were like...
Yeah. This kid, look at how pretty this guy is. His bullets just bouncing over his face.
Yeah. And then when he was like, I'm never going to get married. That'd be a waste of this.
Yeah, look at all this. And then he whips his dick out.
Now he put a ring on it.
Yeah. Oh.
Well...
You gotta find the one...
Frank put a fucking merry-go-round on it.
Yeah.
To the face.
He's like, marked for life.
Yeah. Like, maybe they'll have Dazzler come over. Because his face looks like a disco ball now.
Yo, that scene was crazy. Because, okay, before we had seen the last scene,
Billy Russo.
You were like, oh, yeah, he's Jigsaw. And I was like, you're like, oh, because what he does to his face. We hadn't seen it yet. So, when we were watching the scene, he got shot in the cheek, right? And I was like, oh, that's what he's talking about? Mm-hmm. He got shot in the cheek. Now he's going to have like a scar on his cheek.
Nah.
Yo, I was not prepared.
Nah.
Not only does he, beat the shit out of his face, he just, carves it on a mirror.
Yep, he will never...
Like, he was trying to color in the mirror with his face.
Yes, he will never walk into, the security checkpoint.
Nope.
And get through the first time ever again.
Facial recognition? Question mark.
The thing is, his selfie game is gonna be crazy.
Every angle's good.
Every angle's good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No filter.
And he got mirrors on the face. Lighting.
Yeah.
Good,
but, I mean, it's kind of sad for the actor because, like, now he's always going to have, like, prosthetics, right? Whatever season 2.
I cannot wait until they unveil
what is he going to look like.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I also felt like Frank took it pretty nice that he was still alive. When they were in the hospital and he was like, oh, don't worry,
there are things worse than death, Aisha.
Oh, I guess that's true. He didn't kill him for that reason.
He just took what he wanted away.
That's true.
Yeah. He'll have to pay for sex now.
He's got money.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Is he gonna go underground now? Because he can't.
With that face,
Jigsaw is Punisher, just different.
Right.
They all like a similar skill set, different motivation.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Yes. And it's like you can't torture him anymore.
You can't torture.
That's Jigsaw's thing.
The acting was freaking crazy in this.
I mean, we kind of moved on to the Easter eggs, technically.
Oh, like, yes. But that was one of the Easter eggs for me, was watching, I guess it's an Easter egg because in the books, we don't ever get to hear about his what being a veteran meant to him.
To Castle?
To Frank Castle. It just wasn't a thing. We only understood that he had been at war.
Right.
And that his whole view of things was warlike.
Yeah.
But this totally grounded it.
Yeah.
And it just opened up the, like, now I can see how he could relate to any of the other characters in, like, when he was in Daredevil.
Right.
Like, now I see, I
want
to go back and watch it.
You see his motivation much more clearly in it. Because, like, for me, I always thought Punisher, again, you know, I'm the movie person, TV person, so I don't know much about Punisher in the comics, but I always thought he was a bad guy. I thought that he was just a bad guy, but he's not. He's just like a revenge guy, and not even revenge. It's like, I gotta do what's right for just what's right.
Yeah. No.
It doesn't matter how it is. It's like, this is what has to happen.
No, your perspective, I mean, is very intuitive because a lot of the heroes in the comics, the way they perceive the Punisher is like a bad guy. Like when they have to draw lines, he's on the line for a lot of the heroes, and they don't want to be associated with him. And to Francis' point, like, I thought that the Punisher series was the best paced, and I liked very particularly how they built up Billy Russo as a villain. So I'm looking forward to him coming back. I'm hoping, because we got a lot of Daredevil and Wilson Fisk development, but I'm hoping they eventually get around to doing justice, and we care just as much about Bullseye when he's introduced. I need him introduced already, because I mean he's to Daredevil what Jigsaw is to Punisher, and I'm looking at the job that they did building up that. Like, there's a lot of heat there. You want to see, you know, how the clapback once he gets out the hospital, and there's a lot of history that they built into those 13 episodes. Like, I need Bullseye to be personal. I need him to hit Matt where it hurts. I want to give a shit, even if we don't learn as much about him, because in the comics, just, you know, heads up, we don't know a lot about Bullseye. He's one of the most mysterious characters in comics, almost akin to the Joker. Yeah. When it comes to his origin, we don't even know his name.
But do you think
nothing? And he lies a lot about where he came from, what he used to do.
But you think they'll keep it like that because that's kind of the allure in his character?
Yeah, I'm hoping they do, but that they give you enough, that he does enough, that he fucks with Matt enough, that just as we saw Billy getting away with this, that, and the other, still having sex with Madani, knowing that he killed her partner. Oh my
God, that was the craziest thing!
Like, all of that shit. Like, I hope that they're able to do that with Bullseye in a cool way, because my point is I want the same effect. Where once they scrap, I want more, because that's what I want right now with Billy and Frank.
That's the thing that kind of ties it together. Again, I'm the editing person. Like, editing matters so much to me. I don't even edit. I just know that when you edit, it makes a good story if you do it well. And the way they cut this show was phenomenal. From like one scene to the next, it's almost like it was like one of those like mashups where it's like someone's walking down the steps and all of a sudden it's a different scene of someone walking down the steps. And you're like, oh shit, that's dope. So for instance, that scene where she's like covered in her partner's blood, and you're just like, it just like fades into her in the shower, still covered like just her face.
Yeah.
And then his hand coming in to wipe her face, you're like, oh, I can't. The audacity, this man. You think your pretty face could let you do anything?
Well, I mean, he cleans his own messes.
Yo. Ooh. It was just superb. I thought the editing was great on that.
Yeah. So I really like Punisher. Great acting from pretty much everybody involved. I want more from the series. I'm really hoping like this gritty type of storytelling, even though they're gonna be moving away from Netflix eventually with the Marvel properties. I hope that they kind of Marvel Knights this and allow the Marvel Knights were the comic books that they had in the 90s, I think, friends, right? In the 90s?
90s into the 2000s.
Yeah, but like they originally in the 90s, where they were kind of the darker, more violent, adult themed comics.
Yeah.
Frank, Punisher being one of the prominent Marvel Knights titles. I'm hoping that they kind of keep the Netflix series like that, no matter where it ends up afterwards. Because Punisher was like really, really great storytelling of a character that up until now they haven't got quite right on film. No knock on the Thomas Jane, no knock on the other one. What was it?
Dolph Lundgren and
the Dolph Lundgren and the other one.
Ray
Stevenson. Yeah. No knock on that. But overall, this was like just really great storytelling.
Yeah, it was like an action film. I was in it. But yeah, that's kind of what we have on the line for TV and movies right now. As we know, there's like a million things coming out. So we're kind of like in that phase where it's like, waiting for a bunch of things to come out.
Yeah, like we got to catch up on The Gifted, Runaways.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of shows. Really, I mean, I got to catch up to the C-Dub stuff.
And then like quality stuff too.
Yeah.
So we'll be back with all that, when we get caught up. So we can spoil it for you. We can spoil it. But the next thing I want to do is coming soon to a Nerdosphere near you. We're going to go into the ridiculous list of trailers that have come out. Not just for movies, but TVs too.
But are like good trailers.
Really good ones.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how I would talk about like a bad trailer.
No, I mean, sometimes it's a bad trailer.
That's true.
There are bad trailers, but we've gotten a slew of really good ones that have made us hyped for some upcoming projects.
Right. So coming soon, we wanna jump into some nerdspiracy theories about some things we've seen, and the biggest one coming up, as we've talked about many times before, Star Wars, the long-awaited Star Wars. What is this? The Last Jedi?
Yeah,
Jedi Del Rey.
Oh my god!
Yo, imagine.
Wait, what? The summertime sadness.
And if they ain't related, Luke is the type dude that Lana Del Rey would. You know what? I'm just enough. Enough.
Right.
Enough.
But we got some nerdspiracy theories about it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think I want to pose this question: who is the Last Jedi then?
Lando. Next time.
Hey,
wow.
Chewbacca.
The Force works 60% of the time, every time.
I love playing this in the games. Like, he got so much swag for no reason.
I always thought in my heart that it was gonna be Leia, but they never went that route, and Carrie Fisher passed, so I was
peace, princess.
Word, hope, and then but I'm really thinking it might be Kylo.
You think he's a Jedi?
I think they're going.
What are they calling him? It's not. He's not a Sith. He's a.
They're the
House of Ren.
House of
Ren.
Ren and Stimpy.
Ren and Stimpy.
Idiot.
That's who that other guy is with the messed up face.
Oh my gosh! Oh my god! That works so well.
He does.
Kind of idiot.
He does. He has space
smacks him with.
He
smacks him with the Force.
He got the space back. All right. Some of our listeners are too young. They're not understanding.
They're like, what?
They're like, what are you talking about?
Watch Ren and Stimpy.
No, sorry, I don't like it.
No, don't. Yeah, don't watch the Spike TV Ren and Stimpy though.
Oh, nah.
Don't when watch... they like brought it back or whatever.
Oh my god.
Yeah, why did they do that?
Anyway.
That's another episode.
No. Ruined Childhood episode?
Ooh, look out for that, y'all.
We just did a trailer for our own upcoming
episode.
In a world.
Yeah.
2018.
Where your childhood means jack shit.
Michael Bay.
Michael Bay, exactly.
Michael Bay explosion.
I heard you liked to play with this toy when you were growing up.
Oh, God.
Watch it explode.
Let me blow it up.
Michael Bay is Michael Bay in Michael Bay.
Cooking your childhood. One
All right.
movie at a time.
Anyway. The Last Jedi. He's not going to ruin
your
that.
childhood. One movie at a time.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, so
you think it's Kylo's the Last Jedi?
I think it is.
Okay. Who do you think?
I honestly think that it's still Luke. Because I think that what happens when we're looking in the trailer is that, like, he says, what did he say? He says, oh, I've seen this power before and it didn't scare me then, but it scares me now because I think Kylo and her have the same power, but I don't think she's a Jedi.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think she's gonna be a Jedi. I think she's gonna end up being like a gray Jedi.
Gray Force user.
Yeah. I think the Last Jedi was Luke as well because Kylo is something else.
Yeah.
Kylo is like, he's light trying to find dark, and she's dark trying to find light.
That's what I think.
Which is a different conflict than I think the original Luke and his dad thing were.
Right.
Because I don't think Annie was ever light.
Not after pod racing.
They kept trying so hard.
No, not after pod racing. They're living the
He's
fast
like,
life.
after that. No, they tried so hard. It was like, Professor X trying to keep Phoenix inside. He's like, come on, just stay to the light.
Yeah.
And then it was like, rah! Killed everybody.
Younglings, suck it. You got Michael Bay.
You killed my mom.
Oh, God.
Ah!
He just killed everything.
Yeah, that was in him this whole time. But that's, so I
Genocide was in little Annie
it was
this whole time.
He's like, that's for nudging me on the pod races.
Yeah. You didn't say God bless you when I sneezed.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
I fixed all your robots.
You never said thank you.
Never. What voice is this? I don't know. But, so I think it is Luke as the Last Jedi, and then the other two are just going to figure out what the hell they need to be. In terms of their conspiracy, like, other, like, things that I'm hoping to see, which I don't think I will, but, yeah, if Grey Jedi get mentioned, if Ahsoka Tano gets mentioned, she was straight up a Grey Jedi.
What is a Grey Jedi? Like, you just don't have a side, but your powers...
Usually, to be a Grey Force user, you had to have been deep in one of the sides and recognize the hypocrisy.
Like Qui-Gon.
Yeah.
Oh?
Like, even like the creed of the Jedi and the creed of the Sith, when you read them, you're like, oh, they're exactly the fucking same.
Pretty much.
Just looking the other way.
Right.
It was like, but to achieve balance in the Force, which is the actual prophecy from the throwbacks,
right,
was about finding balance.
Yeah, and it's also it's kind of following the Force without the politics too, because both sides have political agendas. The Jedi had political agendas.
They were said it like yo.
Yeah, like they tried to run shit passively, while Palpatine was running shit right under their nose, like they both have political agendas, right? Ahsoka, in her story, basically, she gets caught up in the politics side of it. She tried the whole way to just do it the right way, through the Force, and she thought she was fighting on the side of good.
Oh, I seen her in the Clone Wars.
Yeah. And then when she gets caught up, it's pretty cool. When she gets caught up in a situation where the Jedi don't outright believe her side, she's like, wait, what the fuck? I've bled with y'all, and y'all gonna doubt me? What the fuck? Like,
houseway.
Once she sees that aspect of it, she wakes up to the fact that, oh, they have a political agenda too.
Right.
And so she is able to exonerate herself from a situation, and when the Jedi are like, hey, welcome back to the fold, she's like, actually, I'm gonna do this my way.
Right.
Like,
so, but
and
are you like anarchy then?
No. It's order, but it's not the political agenda order that the Jedi got complacent with.
Oh, okay.
And then the way the Sith got fucking
the
tyrannical.
The system is fucked up, guys.
Right.
The Sith literally are politicians doing wild dirt in person, and the Jedi were more like lobbyists. They were like around, kind of. We'll show up here, do a little nudge, and fall back.
No reflection on the political climate today at all.
None.
That's a different
thing. Can't relate. But continue.
But yeah.
Okay.
Jack, that was that.
Yeah.
Great Force Users. Boom.
Yeah, I don't really have any more.
She has dual white lightsabers.
But last thing.
Yeah.
So they cut it up like this, where it looks like Kylo's putting his hand out to Rey, like I could teach you. Do you think that's gonna happen? Do you think? I can tell that's cutting up. Like I don't know if that's a real scene. I don't think it is, but
I think it is.
They're making you think.
I think it is. Yeah, they need. There's a whole thing about moving forward that, like, this movie will be one of the last times we see the original trio. Like we would have seen a Han, a Leia, or Luke. It was like that was like this.
Yeah, they kind of have to.
We might not see any of them in the next one.
Yeah, I mean that was the original story. Was that we literally they time jump. Like that's it. Now they're supposed to be.
No. I mean, like, you know how this is episode 8. I mean, like, we might not see Luke or Han or Leia in 9.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be like. Yeah. There's because there's that whole thing with the novels and the retcon.
They're gonna go to the Grey Havens. They're moving on.
I want to see Snoke's identity reveal.
Oh, it's Andy Serkis.
It is.
I want to see who the hell Snoke was that led to where he is. Is he actually just a living embodiment of Vader's helmet?
What?
That's what he looks like.
They took the DNA swab from the helmet.
Oh, Lord.
And they made Snoke.
Dun dun.
Or Palpatine. I feel like they took Palpatine's DNA.
Well, that was Palpatine's whole deal. That he's supposed to he had clone bodies
on deck.
So that's the one that went wrong, and they just let it out.
I love how Palpatine was the Sith, but also kind of found all the loopholes.
Everyone.
Yeah, he found them all. He's such a bastard.
Forever.
Yeah, I mean, I want to know who Snoke is too. I'm very intrigued by that. I want to care about when they reveal who he is. Like, I hope he's somebody.
Somebody.
Yeah, but I don't know. As of right now,
he doesn't ride on that.
Yeah, he ain't got Palpatine swag right now.
Yeah.
And if that doesn't happen, I want to know who the hell Max von Sydow's character was in The Force Awakens.
Oh yeah.
I hope this is connected to that.
Who?
Remember the old dude in the beginning with Poe Dameron?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, but he died.
The word on the street was that was Sifo Dyas who created commissioned the clones to be made.
Right. He was the one that helped very sneak Daenerys into. No, I'm just kidding. I just you like that. You like where I went. All right. Anyway, I appreciate it.
Crossover episode.
Oh man, there's no alcohol for that reference.
No. I just want to know more about everything. I hope this movie gives us more answers. Who the fuck is Captain Phasma?
Yeah, I think we're gonna find out in this one. For sure.
Yeah, is Phasma a clone? Because they're still some of the clones are still in the
look at her. She's her own unique being.
And then if not, then they're programmed from birth. Where's she from? I
want to know. She's the mama.
That's where the other genes came from.
All the life finds a way.
Yeah, she's the mom. She's gonna fight with Finn. I'm hoping that fight is epic.
It looks epic.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
So he was holding like a lightsaber chainsaw.
This is the longest Star Wars film, by the way. They said this is the longest one.
I will go to the bathroom beforehand.
Definitely.
All right, so next up, I want to talk about this lovely thing everyone's been waiting for, actually. And it's new to me, to be honest. Again, I watch TV shows. But Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Mm-hmm. A lot of mercy.
We have our first POC Spider-Man.
Bars.
Miles Morales.
Mm-hmm. And he rocking J's.
Wait. Spider-Man 2099, wasn't he technically our
Miguel
first?
O'Hara.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But it's hard to tell. I think he was actually Irish, but the entire, somehow Spanish became the dominant language.
Yeah.
At the time, people didn't have to be of the Spanish ethnicity.
That's some Star Trek shit right there.
Right.
So
it was just common.
Spanish?
Everyone did.
Oh, okay.
Because that was it took over the dominant language of the world, the way English in many ways has been over here.
That's some Bleach shit.
And that's why we have a nerd encyclopedia over here. That's why we have one of those. Wow. Well, I just want to say that the trailer is beautiful. Like, I will watch that to go to sleep to. Like, the beautiful colors and the animation. I didn't know it was going to be animated like that. I thought it was going to be like, cartoon. Like,
yeah, no, they're going extra with that. I like it.
Yeah, computer graphics.
Those angles.
Yes. And then when he, like, jumped off the building and he was, like, upside down, and I was like, oh my god, is that crazy stairs?
That was actually an arresting cinematic view. I was like, good lord.
That was like screen cap. Yeah. It was beautiful.
Yeah, like, hold your breath.
Now, I mean, it's a short trailer. It's less than a minute 30, But there's a lot in it that we could speculate on. Like, you can clearly see there's a scene where he's chasing Prowler.
Yeah.
Yeah, they show that.
I mean, I know that they cast Donald Glover as Aaron. What's his name?
As Prowler in the movie. Right?
Yeah, he's playing the Prowler.
They say his name.
In Homecoming.
I can't remember right now.
So we're gonna look it up as Aaron something.
Yeah.
But he's playing Prowler in Homecoming, basically. He mentions his nephew, which would be Miles by the comic.
So he's doing Miles' voice, and then he's gonna be like,
no, he's not doing Miles'
Prowler's voice.
No, he's not. I need to grow up. No, it's I'm saying I wonder. I don't know who's playing Prowler. Who's doing the voice of Prowler? It would be interesting if it were Donald Glover, but he's a busy man, as we mentioned earlier.
Aaron Davis.
Thank you, France.
I remember because it was with Miles Davis. Anyway.
Thank you, France. So yeah, we saw him chasing, Prowler down the street, which was cool. Well, I just want to say one thing: the colors that they used. Yeah, the colors popped so much. The city looked so lively with the mix of like 3D rendering and animation.
Yeah.
But what I want to say about the colors is that I noticed the first time I saw the trailer, I noticed you get the Miles, who's synonymous with the color scheme, black, red, white. But if you look at the futuristic looking take on New York, which it isn't. It isn't future New York.
No, it's not.
No, that's New York. That's now. But they made it look like
Yeah, I was like, ooh, Blade Runner.
But the look of that, there were like blends of blues and reds that made me think of Spider-Man 2099. And then in the scene where you're talking about, when he jumps off the building, you see whites and pinks and light greens, which is like the color scheme of Gwen Stacy, and the name. And this is Into the Spider-Verse, so like they're gonna probably touch on a lot of the popular iterations of Spider-Man woman thing, like all over the place. And I saw that in the color scheme alone, which was kind of cool for me. So I don't know how in depth they're gonna go in this one film with it.
Right.
If they're gonna give us views of those other characters too, or if it's just gonna be Miles and Pete in some type of flashback crossover universe type thing, because we see them talking to each other even though Pete is supposedly dead.
Do we know that that's Pete? That's my conspiracy theory.
That's gotta be Pete.
But he asked him how many of us are there. Did they have that relationship?
He ain't asking that to anybody. That ain't Genki. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah, that's direct pull from the Spider-Man comics that came out about 2 years ago.
Two or three.
2 or 3 years ago, yeah. Because in order for Miles Morales' Spider-Man to exist, he witnesses, the whole city witnesses
Pete died.
The death of Peter Parker.
So then, but you're just saying he's talking to him.
Spider-Verse.
Got you.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Like our Peter finds a
way.
Our Peter finds a way. Our Peter Parker finds a way.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Yeah, sorry. Sorry, listeners, for that one. Our Micro finds its way. No, I'm sorry. Our Spider-Man finds his way into Miles' universe. A universe where Peter Parker has died. And everyone now knows he was Spider-Man.
Right. They're like, oh, the son's Spider-Man.
Right. So Miles, reluctantly takes up the mantle because he kind of has the pedigree, he has the powers, and
responsibility.
He's inspired. He's inspired by what Peter Parker did.
Right.
So he wants to take up that mantle, but that reluctance, he's not completely comfortable. But when the Spider-Man from our universe crosses over, and he's looking at newspapers like, holy shit, I'm dead? Like, what's going on here? And he runs into Miles.
Snap.
Yeah, when he runs into Miles, it's like Miles gets that validation. He gets that encouragement. He gets that,
He's got a big brother.
Yeah, hey, Mean Joe Green. And, he gets the towel and the Coca-Cola exchange. Like, he really gets that moment that he needed. And it really for a lot of readers, it propelled Miles to the point where you could really see. Yeah, we hoped he could stand alone. He definitely now can, and it was a very well told little mini series they had there. Spider-Man. It's like a 5-parter, I think.
Yes.
It was very good. If you're into reading comics and you want to know about Miles Morales, that's a nice little shortcut series you can read up on. It's really dope.
Well, I'm super excited about it because it also makes me feel like they're not going to kill Tom Holland. So
you keep saying that it's going to happen.
No, I said they're not going to kill him.
If you keep saying that.
Because you show me a world where they're together.
Well, I mean, technically,
they're together.
There is a Spider-Man that has to die, but
he's going to come back, though. That's what you're telling me.
No. Well, from another universe, so.
That's fine. It's still Tom.
Maybe older.
They have all these Earths in DC.
But to be, fair in the trailer, it says that what's the name? It says that the Peter Parker in no, the Peter Parker in Miles' universe died at 27, roughly 26.
Oh, he's a part of the 27 Club.
Because in the
oh my god,
wow,
power. Yeah. Well, okay. Then we're gonna take a quick break before we jump into the next slew of trailers. So
check out that Spider-Verse trailer.
Yeah, at the break, watch that. It's beautiful. And we're back. Welcome back to 2Nerds. I hope you watched that trailer. Enjoyed that. So we've got a couple other trailers we want to talk about that came out. If you're on our Facebook page, you will notice that we basically posted all of them.
Almost all of them.
Yeah. Almost, yeah.
It was like one after the other, like boom, 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 boom.
And if any of you have attempted to post them, we've tried to acquiesce everyone. Yeah. As long as it's not something little too blue, too extra.
Too extra. Yeah. So the first one I'm gonna talk about because I was super excited about this. Like I watched the trailer, and I was like, yes, here we go again. But apparently the rest
Scorcher
of the
7?
world, yeah. Apparently the rest of the world doesn't understand why they keep making these movies. But Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hype.
Yeah.
I mean, I just feel like these are good, entertaining movies. Okay? I, for one, when I first saw the first Jurassic Park, and apparently everyone feels like that's the only good movie that came out of the series.
Don't say everyone.
Okay, a large amount of people out there.
Is it even a large amount, or is it just like?
Well, I guess that's everyone I'm.
It was a lot of them in one
with.
place.
No, like at my job, we have like monthly conversations about how everyone hated Jurassic World, and I liked it.
Monthly? What's on the agenda?
I'm not even kidding you. I'll be like, oh, Jurassic World, and then they're like, oh. And I'm like, oh, right.
Sue them. Sue them all. That's a harassment suit.
I mean, I had a great time. I don't enjoy Bryce Dallas Howard, but I enjoyed the movie. Like, I want to freaking be in a gyroscopic machine going through dinosaurs.
Do you?
Do you want to be in the movie?
I do.
Okay.
Of course.
Oh, see, that's where we defer. I just want to be a dinosaur in the movie.
And then I can feed the dinosaur.
Okay, you'd feed me.
Yeah, I'd be like, here's a leaf, and then you can
fuck
sneeze
that.
on it.
No, I'm a burger.
I'm a burger. You're going to be a meat-eating dinosaur?
I'm a burgersaurus. I'm sponsored by
I feel
McDonald's.
like most of them are burgers.
McDonald's.
I got the logo on my hip.
But I mean, to be fair, it doesn't make much sense that
Wait, what?
there's a volcano.
I don't give a shit. Listen, these movies have the best looking dinosaurs you're gonna find.
Ever.
So that's it.
The blue on
That's it.
Blue.
Yeah.
And I also knew Blue was still alive.
Of course. course.
Everyone's like, Blue's dead. I was like, nah, he got
Blue.
hit and like was gone.
Not Blue. She's a tough one. She's a tough one.
Yeah. She's babies apparently. Does that mean she was like pregnant?
Life finds a way.
Life finds a way.
Oh yeah, it was made from the frogs that changed.
Yeah, she dry humped the frog, and there you go. I mean, who knows?
Frog DNA.
Everybody.
But it is kind of crazy that there's a volcano. I was like, so was there always a volcano? Was it dormant and now it's active?
All islands are essentially just a volcanic rim.
Right. They're all rim jobs.
It's a little bit of a stretch, but they're also like.
Speaking of the Grand Master, he's in this film.
Oh yeah, I think he's only in the film for like 2 seconds.
I don't give a shit.
I love it.
He's gonna be like, life finds a way, and then he's like, that's a wrap on Goldblum.
I want the director's cut of the 5 hours of footage they had him winging it.
Yeah.
In that scene.
Yeah. We have to ask ourselves.
Life finds a way.
I'm always looking for the future X-Mrs. Malcolm. And it'd be sad if he's still in that place, though. I'm hoping.
Yeah, I hope he channels a little bit of his Independence Day too.
Will we see his daughter from what was that?
His adopted daughter.
Yeah.
We saw her at the Olympics. It's Simone Biles.
Wow.
Chill.
Oh my God.
Wow.
That is who she was made out to be.
That actress was taller than Simone Biles in the movie.
But she was a gymnast.
At the
That's
time.
who she was.
All due respect.
All due respect.
All due respect.
Anyway, the point is they're trying to save the dinosaurs, apparently. And there's like ethics. There's ethics. Again. I don't know how you're going to save some dinosaurs that are about to explode on an island.
The trailer looks like they don't even get to do that.
Yeah. Put them in like a helicopter.
Pool party.
Take them away, boys.
Listen, I've always wanted the fucking Jurassic Park movies to go full Jurassic Park arcade on my ass.
Yeah.
With like the giant chameleon dinosaurs.
Yeah.
And like the teleporting raptors. Listen, I never beat that game, okay? But I remember there being, like Triceratops with like helicopters strapped to their asses, just dropping on you. Like I remember that, okay? So I've just wanted Engine to win and just like modify all these dinosaurs, make them Digimon.
Word, make Riptor from Killer Instinct.
Yeah. Just give me that. Just give me more cool looking dinosaurs doing crazy shit. And have, people having to run. That's all I want.
That's all that's going to happen.
That's all I want. I want people running from scary ass, mutant dinosaurs.
I guess, you know what? I think other people might have high expectations because of the first movie. And you're like, but it's Jurassic Park. Dinosaurs are walking among people. Like, just watch and have a good time.
Just shut the hell up and just worry about where the next set of teeth is coming from.
Yeah. Is it going to be flying? Like, who knows? So, that's Jurassic World.
The Lost Kingdom.
The
Fallen Kingdom. They found the kingdom.
That's there.
Nah, they lost.
Just fallen.
It's just volcanoes.
Yep, because volcanoes fall.
In the Lost World of the Fallen Kingdom.
And this comes out in the autumn?
This comes out... Yeah, what did it say? I'm pretty sure it's...
if it doesn't come out...
I think it's June. Yeah, June 22nd.
That's nowhere near the fall.
2018. No, that's not the
None
fall.
of this makes sense. No wonder your coworkers hate you. None of this.
So, June 22nd will be in the theaters. The other movie that I'm actually very interested in, I think it's pretty cool, is New Mutants. The way they show the trailer, it's a horror film.
It is.
Oh, you guys don't sound as excited as...
No, Francis is researching.
Oh, no.
No, it is...
What had happened was, I was hyped because I loved reading that title as a kid. New Mutants was my... Once I got sick of how awesome the X-Men were, because they didn't lose.
They're too good.
They never lose. And I was like, they never lost. And so to reinvigorate the idea was to make Junior X-Men. That's what the New Mutants were. They were the X-Men in training.
Mistakes could be made.
Facts. And it was really cool.
Wanted his
They had a lot of... New Mutants had a lot of supernatural stuff happening.
Some horror elements to it.
Yeah, there were some elements to the actual comic book, so I thought this was dope. Like, one of their main adversaries was a demon. I was like, and that's how we later, of course, we understand that demon in Magic, who is Colossus's little sister. There's a lot that happens there.
I love Ileana Rasputin. She's one of my favorites.
She's God tier.
She's awesome.
So it's like freaking amazing, freaking comic book. And then I was having a casual conversation with someone, and they said, "Oh man, I know you love Dr. Cecilia Reyes." I was like, "Yeah, but she was never a New Mutant." For those of you who don't know, Cecilia Reyes was an Afro-Boricua X-Man from the Bronx, who was a doctor, a trauma surgeon.
Repping the Bronx.
What was her mutant name?
She never took one.
She just kept her as a government?
As a matter of fact,
she's a doctor.
She was the first person to officially, unilaterally, and in perpetuity deny Professor X. He was like, "Become an X-Men." She was like, "Nah."
So she was
bye.
Was she like the what's the name of the lady that owns that clinic in Gotham, that Gotham City? The older lady that Bruce would always go there to get patched up, but villains could go there too. It was like neutral territory.
Dang.
Oh my goodness!
You know what I'm talking about, right?
It's
some
not
powerful
Maggie.
ass doctor ladies.
Nah, she was
Thomas. No,
you ain't messing with me.
Not Dr. Thomas.
I don't know, but there was this character in the Batman animated series. Damn, friends, back to the phone.
She was.
If you guys know,
so
just tweet us real quick. Just text us the answer. But we're getting there. We're getting there. But no, she was Leslie Tompkins. Woo! I didn't even need the I didn't even need the fucking phone. It just came to me. Yes, Leslie Tompkins. She was a doctor, like in Batman the Animated Series, where like if you were a penguin henchman and you had bullet holes in your abdomen and you found your way there, she would fucking patch you up, no questions asked. She'd be like, "Please stop with the killing. Get the fuck out."
All right, I don't want you to die, but I don't want you to die either.
Yeah, like she really did no harm.
She was about that life. Mm-hmm. So Dr. Reyes turned Professor X down.
Yeah.
Became an X-Men eventually by circumstance because shit would pop off and she would show up like, "Oh fuck," and then go to work.
What was her mutant power?
She had a shield. But she had a shield.
Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Her code name was HMO. But she had a shield that she could project around herself and around other people, but she could feel whatever was happening to the shield.
HMO Superior?
That's
sorry,
terrible.
these are deep cuts. Deep cuts.
That's terrible.
And then she could feel things, and then she had to murk somebody. She had to kill someone. Because she had no other choice. They were trying to kill Nightcrawler, and she stepped in and had to kill someone.
She saved Kurt?
She saved Kurt Wagner's life.
But she can't die, though. She's going to just feel immense pain or something.
Like, so if you punch the shield, she's like, "Okay, I see you're punching the shield." So it takes a lot of fortitude for her to keep her shield up.
Okay.
Because it hurts.
Alternatively, of course, she's a trauma surgeon and knows where to put the shield to cause you significant pain or harm because she's a doctor.
But not death.
Okay. She tries not to, but she had to murk somebody. She did it expertly. Yeah. But, it's like, she could feel what she was doing to them.
Yeah.
And that was when she would turn to Xavier. She was like, "Don't call me no more." I was like, "Just don't talk."
Wait. So what does this have to do?
This is like
in the trailer. There's a doctor throughout the entire Latina doctor.
Yeah, she's the one who's like experimenting on
played by Alice Braga, and it turns out it's Dr. Reyes.
But they made her seem evil.
Not only does she not exist in that time, like she doesn't exist then. Yeah. She's not a mutant then. She wouldn't be like maybe in med school by then.
We don't know when the
new
we don't know when, but the New Mutants
film takes place.
Yeah, right. The Mutants happened in the 80s, 90s.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. But more importantly than that, this character has no place in that world.
Got it.
Of the New
and she definitely wouldn't be an antagonist.
She couldn't bear. This is somebody who turned down.
Right. So why would she be torturing children?
Why would she? And I was just like, oh, so now I'm gonna have to flame this whole movie off top.
I mean, well, watch it first.
I'm gonna watch it.
And I'm gonna flame it.
What if it's like way back in the time, and that's actually her mom, and that's what makes her not want to hurt people because her mom is a terrible.
Well, what made me tight was I heard
she's being forced to do
through the wire. I heard that Rosario Dawson was originally cast.
Oh, that's weird.
And then had who looks like Dr. Cecilia Reyes.
Ooh, but I would love to see her be a bad person.
but as another doctor though,
Oh,
like
yeah,
another
doctor.
Now she's evil.
She's evil doctor now.
Doctor Evil, and then
Oh boy.
and then she couldn't they were, and then she was recast as Alice Braga. So now not only do we lose an Afro Boricua, like it's like a dark skinned Latina as a main X-Men
but
character.
But that's not the best if she's a bad person.
But yeah,
she's not supposed to be. No, so basically,
I'm already saw off the trail. I'm already like, let's see.
You've already off the trail in a few conversations. So basically, for you, the horror will be that.
Yeah,
the
horror will be
that character. Well,
but everything else was dope.
I was excited. I was like, oh, I see what they're doing here. Like, because this is still Disney, right? Disney.
No,
this is Fox.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that hasn't happened yet.
Excuse me, I'm in the future.
This hasn't happened.
Not.
Well,
yet.
It's interesting that they're able to have some type of foresight to know, like, we're gonna move into other genres. It's not just like, oh, this is another superhero movie. It's like now superhero movies are just taking over all of our lives.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have dramas, we're gonna have horror, we're gonna have comedies, it's just superheroes and then subcategories.
Fox went with this upcoming year. There are 3 mutant films where it's a horror movie,
right?
Which is interesting because it comes out early in the year.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a horror movie early in the year instead of where it might make more sense later.
Not in Halloween.
Then we're getting a comedy, action comedy, basically with Deadpool.
Yep.
And then we're getting sci-fi with the Phoenix Saga.
Mm-hmm.
Is that coming out like?
They released the first images.
No, that's rapping. Yeah, that's rapping.
Oh,
they're doing post production.
Fast.
The guy I just learned recently the guy that's writing and directing that movie is the same one that did X-Men 3.
Stop. What?
Yeah, it's the same dude.
What?
Ratner?
No, he didn't. He's not the one that did X3.
Was it Mick G then?
No.
It was somebody. No, I think 3 might have been Mick G.
But whoever wrote it is
writing
this one.
Writing, got it.
What?
Yeah, whoever wrote it is doing this one too.
Well, I was trying to defend it.
I mean, it's been a lot of years. They may have gotten.
He was like, I'm not going to do that again.
He knows what not to do.
Right.
Let's not kill and off-panel all these mutants that people
Why would they give that person the exact same story to do again?
Well, Fox,
why would they?
Fox has done some. The funny thing about Fox, they've done some things that were amazingly good with the X-Men franchise, and then other things that just make you scratch your fucking head. Like the casting of Hugh Jackman, Patrick Stewart, and Ian McKellen, and I know you don't like McAvoy, but a lot of people do like McAvoy as young Charles.
It's fine.
And then Michael Fassbender as young Eric Lyncher, whatever. Yeah, those were pretty good cast. That's pretty good casting that they were able to do for those roles. Very important roles.
Yeah.
And then they did Logan. They Deadpool kind of spun off from that. So they did some things that were really good. But then they do other things. They're like, what the fuck?
Why would you allow this to happen?
Yeah, it makes no sense. Some of the things.
Back to the mutants.
We'll see.
Maisie Williams as Wolfbane. Mm-hmm. It's just more wolf in it. Starking it up.
Starkbane.
Starkbane.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna be awesome. Danny Moonstar apparently is the main case, like the main focal character.
Who?
Danny Moonstar, who was a Native American mutant. The third, I think, in the X-Men, in X-Men, they're the third behind Warpath. Was it the Warpath, Thunderbird, and then it's Danny Moonstar, who's got a more mystical, supernatural side to her power. I'm curious to see where they go with that. The trailer gave us nothing to go on, which is awesome.
Just gave us really eerie visuals.
It did.
Yeah, really good horror visuals.
Well, I mean, it sucks about this character, but hey, maybe there's a twist. So I'm excited to see it. When does that one come out? Oh yeah, you're saying early, right?
I think it comes on the
Not
first
Halloween.
quarter of. No, it doesn't come out near Halloween. It comes out like first quarter, I think, of next year or something like that. It's the first movie that they have coming out. It comes out before Deadpool and Dark Phoenix.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Cool.
I think.
So we're gonna switch gears to TV trailers here. We only got a little bit of time left, so I'm gonna go straight into Black Mirror. saw, like 3 trailers, 3 different trailers for the new Black Mirror season.
Yeah, I love their marketing for that. I love how they cut their trailers and mess with your head. Like, the trailers are even, like, little mini episodes fucking with you.
Or even, like, a mini movie. I literally thought that it was, like, oh, here's one movie about this, and here's another movie. And it was, you wouldn't know it was Black Mirror to the end. It was like, Black Mirror. You're like, dang. But they gave us that same, like...
It's going to be six episodes.
6 episodes.
That's a nice chunk of episodes.
I feel like they really went raw with this one. I feel like in the other ones, not that they weren't raw, they're definitely... but I feel like this one is, like, real life situations, more grounded in, like, you know, the one with the lady and her kid. It's like, oh man, I don't want to ever lose my kid. How can I control her from, like, running away?
In Brooklyn.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if they're going to continue to tie, you know, these next 6 episodes with previous installments.
Yeah.
Or with one another, because they mentioned in one of the trailers we were seeing, it said 6 new worlds. It said
6 new worlds.
And that threw me off for a second, because I thought the whole point of Black Mirror was to kind of insinuate that it's maybe a shared world.
Right, we're all in the same place.
Right, just all these crazy technological fucking things are happening.
Like everybody with the thing in their eyes. Like there was always, not always, but like a lot of them tied together that there was like tech in your eye that could record or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, I'm fairly certain that
it was the eye.
That the 6 new worlds I did was I think they were being colorful with the language.
Okay.
About what they're doing.
Metaphorical?
Because I definitely saw in the
6 new counties.
In the Black Museum part of the trailer.
Yeah.
I definitely saw things I saw in the whole costume from the previous episode.
Okay.
So there's definitely going to be some ties there.
Okay.
The Archangel thing kind of shows up in a different kind of way before. So I'm like...
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure they were putting a cookie of some kind in that little girl's head.
Facts.
Yeah.
In the temple region.
It seemed like a lot of it was going like... It's always been about kind of morals, but there was like, oh man, what do I think about that? This one's like, I feel like it's going deep into like, what are your morals around these things?
Yeah.
Like, I felt like it was really taking you there. Which means it's going to be very depressing.
They got me. They got
take me there. You're going to make me think about the ethics of murder.
Y'all probably going to think I'm a sick fuck for this. I mean, not that y'all have much of a case without this. For me being a sick fuck, but I was not depressed at all from any of these episodes.
No, in the first one?
None of them depressed
3 seasons? Was 3 seasons?
Yeah, 3, 8, doesn't matter. I didn't feel depressed.
I didn't feel depressed either.
You just kind of said you did.
No, I said this new season I think is going to make us depressed. Because it's more about, in your head, what do you think about these moral situations?
Alright, challenge accepted then.
That's what I think. The last one, no, it was just like, oh man, it's too real for life.
Well, that first round that we got was like 3 seasons with ethical shots in the dark, really. They were all just kind of shots in the dark about specific ethical quandaries that we've always thought of.
You're like, huh? It's like played out.
Yeah, it's like opposed, but now we are now a post Black Mirror world. So now they got to go deep. They got to go deeper in order to
post Black Mirror world. Don't let them hear you say that.
It's not. I don't think
everything
it's post.
Yeah, because then everything shatters.
I feel like, you know that episode in the first round of ones where it was like...
You calling it that because you watched...
I watched all
3 seasons in a row. That's why.
In the first 3 seasons.
Right.
But there was the one where the woman was like on like a game show almost. But it was also her judgment for having kidnapped that little girl.
Yeah.
I feel like they're all going to kind of be like that. Where it's like...
Good.
What do you feel about that? Like, she's being tortured.
Yeah.
Right or wrong? Question mark.
Fuck your feelings. Here's how you should have felt.
Yeah. Like, that's what I feel like they're all going to do. Like, you might agree and disagree at the same time on all these episodes.
So, basically, you're telling our audience to be prepared to have your morals questioned.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then have an interesting take on, like, a futuristic Twilight Zone-y type of situation. And by the end of it, you'll feel like a piece of shit for what you were for.
Yeah. I think that's what's gonna happen. Yeah, really. Like that episode where that kid was trying. He got filmed jacking off or whatever, and the whole time you're like, man, this poor kid.
That shit.
He just got filmed.
That episode was hilarious.
And at the end, you're like,
That episode was hilarious. Like, because at first, I'm like, spoiler. I mean, fuck it. We're over here spoiling Black Mirror twist. Like, there's nothing more sacrilegious than that. Like, it was hilarious. I was like, dude, fuck it, bro. They see you jacking off. Your parents probably hear you doing that anyway.
Yeah, I was like, whatever.
But the twist was what he was jacking off. You're like, oh, ew.
Yeah, then you're like, I take back everything I thought throughout this whole episode.
Yeah, let the voters decide.
Oh my God.
Let the voters decide his fate.
It's so...
That was a deep political cut.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to say we're kind of out of time here.
Okay.
People have been tracking out with... There's plenty of more trailers that I think we'll get into in our next episode.
Yeah, we got a lot of things we're working on.
And one, I want to get everyone to take a look at our videos that are up on the YouTube.
We're real people.
We're real. You can see our faces.
And our skin tones.
And our skin. Shout out to Eggheads Entertainment for inviting us.
Yeah, if you haven't checked out those videos, they're on our Facebook page.
They are. And I think there's going to be more parts coming out, no? Or is that just the two?
Yeah.
So there's 2 parts?
We were only there for that much stuff. Unless they shot stuff we were not aware of, you know.
Look out for the bloopers. No.
Yeah. B-roll. 3 hours of bloopers.
But we're going to start doing more of that. So we're going to be having like a live Facebook draft-ish thing coming out.
Yeah, we got a superhero draft. Some of you guys have heard whispers of that. We're formulating it. We're going to do it live with fans. We'll let y'all know. We'll put all the information out. Timely fashion. It's coming soon.
Yeah, we're going to have more and more content for you guys.
Yeah.
But our next episode, holiday special.
Okay.
So,
the weather outside is weather.
Yeah. Kwanzaa, Christmas, what is that thing?
We'll have the Hoth report for you by then.
Happy Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah.
Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, I think it is.
Yeah, something like that.
Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa-fest. You gotta add Festivus to it.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Christmas,
Hanukkah.
some shit like that.
Starbucks
cups. Wow. You've sold out.
Wasn't that the controversy over
here? The guy with the McDonald's tattoo on his thigh playing a dinosaur is telling you that you've sold out.
I don't even drink coffee.
Yeah.
How could you not drink a macchiato with
pumpkin spice latte?
Yeah, look at you. You don't even know the sizes.
He doesn't even...
What? A venti double chai?
He likes chai.
With chai.
With chai.
And whipped cream.
Frappin' chai.
Frappin' chai.
Well, this is the pumpkin spice episode.
That's coming up next.
A little late.
Pumpkin spice.
That's what we about. Any shout outs?
Shout out.
Any particular shout outs as we go into
Shout out to our followers.
Yeah.
Y'all are the best.
Thank you so much.
Y'all mad decent.
Hella decent.
We're trying to put some more into our episodes, segments, stuff like that. If you have any requests, let us know.
Yeah, feedback is always welcome too. We've incorporated a lot of feedback.
I think we have.
Yeah.
We've done our best.
We've considered a lot of it.
Yeah.
Work in progress.
Yeah.
So check us out. Happy Kwanzaa Festicus.
Oh boy, you just mean that. You really did.
Testicus.
Oh God.
Testicus.
You know who that is.
So like Krampus, but like
wrinkles.
Disease.
Anyway.
Oh my God. Let's go back to Atlanta where Krampus is there, but he crumps.
He crumps.
Oh my God.
You don't crump right. You go to, what is it? Where's Krampus?
You go to the strip club on Mother's Day.
Woo! All right.
I'm sorry. That what?
We digress.
That's a Childish Gambino reference.
Yes.
Thanks for listening. He's gonna run the road.
This went full circle, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Right really back to Donald Glover.
Yeah. Eventually we'll get back around to Benedict Cumberbatch, but not right now.
Yeah, that'll be 2018.
That'll be the bargaining episode.
He's gonna have to
wait.
To
bargain.
We're gonna bargain with Bitcoins.
Oh my gosh. Bargain with Thanos, motherfucker.
All right. We out. Check us next time.
Peace.
Nah, that's Rob. You can't take that.
No,
that's the Comics Explained, dude. I'm sorry, Rob. Listen.
We're not signing up.
That's an homage, bro.